Welcome to Trial 5 at 5 with exclusive updates on the current landfill crisis. They seem to have roughly 18 years of landfill space left in the United States. Research done with a new way we can fight through the state, though, is called recycling.
Yes, Joey. Recycling is the process where we convert plastic, paper, and many more products we use in our day-to-day lives and turn it to a usable product. Recycling never ends and can actually benefit our electric grid by producing more power in some places. To help our viewer understand what recycling is, we're going to be showing you what it is, firstly, and how it affects our environment positively.
The world is flat. Just throw it off the side. I'm going there right now.
The
Do
world
not
is
trust
not
him.
flat.
Do not trust
trust him. Back to the news. Here, we talk to an independent researcher.
Me and my team have been looking at.
Breaking news.
Breaking news: a garbage truck has ran into a gas station after swerving oncoming traffic. The cause of the crash has been unconfirmed. We talked to an independent researcher here.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. What can you tell us about the crash?
All we currently know is that the driver is confirmed dead, and the cause of the crash has been pointed to the garbage fumes near the landfill.
Thanks, you. Back to you after this message.
Hi, I'm Guy Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? Constitution says you do, and so do I. One of those rights is the right to recycle. Recycling is as easy as putting something in the correct bin. So why aren't you recycling? Recycling is very important to our economy and is part of RRR, which stands for reducing the amount of non-renewable resources we use, reusing those non-renewable resources, and recycling those non-renewable resources after we're done using them. So do your part! Recycle!
Welcome to Trial 5 We have an exclusive interview with an independent researcher. Guy, what can you tell us about our nearby recycling plants except for recyclables?
Great question, Joe. The answer to that is that anything that can be modified back into a product that can be sold is accepted.
Thank you for the answer. Our viewers have a few more questions that still haven't been answered yet, though. How much trash is produced by Washington, the United States, and the world?
That's a hard question to answer, as there is no exact number per day or per year of how much waste we produce. However, our data shows that 139.6 million waste ends up in landfills per year, which is mostly food waste and plastic waste.
That's an enormous amount of waste that we have to produce. How many greenhouse gases do landfills produce compared to active incinerators in the United States?
MSFW landfills, or municipal solid waste landfills, produce as much greenhouse gases as 20.3 million passenger vehicles annually. This comes out to about 93.6838 metric tons. On the other hand, incinerators produce around 25 million metric tons per year.
Very interesting. What is CO2 growth from when plastics created to the present times?
Since 1900, there have been about 3 big spikes of carbon dioxide emission. Firstly, right after World War II. Secondly, after the global financial crisis of 2008, and right now during the COVID-19 lockdown. The last two are by far the largest of the 3 and have produced around 1.7 gigatons of CO2.
Thank you for your time today. Here at Station 5, we appreciate your field of science. Now let's go check the weather.
Today's weather seems like raining, trash, with a side of recycling. Because people don't know how to recycle well. I'm talking to you, Bodie. Pooh.
Okay then. Let's move to the interview with Brody at the Silver Lake Grange.
Thank you. And I am here with the president of the Grange, asking him multiple questions about recycling. First of all, what are your opinions on recycling?
Well, recycling is important as long as there's a use for the material that we're doing.
And over time, have you seen, in the past 20 years, have you seen recycling, have a growth of recycling being adopted in certain places?
Well, here locally, it hasn't been as much because we stopped recycling the plastic. And that was something that stopped a couple of years ago, and it was only on the local area. We don't understand why some of the other counties can still continue to recycle and we can't. But for the most part, we have our own recycling area that's down near the dumps that we have here. And a lot of people do participate in that, especially with the kick up of using cardboard and having things be brought in like from Amazon and stuff like that.
And over time, recycling being adopted more and more. Have you seen an increase in health or air quality?
Interesting to ask that when you have COVID and other things coming into play. It's hard to make the judge of whether we have better health going on because of that. And here in the Northwest, the air quality is a lot better than where I came from. So I would assume that answer would be yes. It's just trying to be able to find the programs that we can use so that we can recycle the materials.
All right, thank you for your time here.
You bet.
And back to Mason at the news station.
Well, thank you for that, Brody.
So as you can see, the steak here is perfectly tender. If you ever need a perfectly tender steak, get my tenderizer. I believe that there are only two important things in life: using the tenderizer and recycling. It's as easy as just putting something in the right bin.
Remember, you can recycle. Recycling creates 2 million plus jobs
What?
in the US alone.
Who the heck are you?
2 million.
On today's recycling show, we have two contestants, Joey and Guy. They would be answering 3 questions. Whoever gets the most right wins $1.5 million. Let's go to Joey. Joey, what's the most percentage of recycling in USA right now?
I think 15%.
So close. It's actually 21.5%. Alright. Guy. So your question is, the bloopers. Today,